एक साल
6 महीने
6
एक
महीने
साल
मेरी गाड़ी चोरी हो गई है जी।
जो गाड़ी चोरी हुई है उस गाड़ी का एक मोटरसाइकिल से एक्सीडेंट हुआ।
वो गाड़ी देख रहे हो, उसे गायब करना है।
एक्सीडेंट में जो घायल लड़का है वो एक बहुत बड़े गैंगस्टर का बेटा है।
अगर तुम्हारा बेटा किसी हत्यारे को ठोक के भागा होता तो तुम क्या उसे पुलिस के हवाले कर देते?
जज खुद क्राइम करेगा तो उसे कौन जज करेगा?
Streaming now on Sungi Live.
The time to show your support. Mark, of course, we are talking about the German. There were teams that were fighting them, and Bayern Munich not looking as strong as they. Used to, but now the way they ended the season, Frank Lampard, even though he said we do think we have a chance, is it a bridge too far for them?
I think so. I think it'll be a good learning curve for Frank as well. You know, the first game will have taught him an awful lot about Champions League football as a manager and a coach. You know, he's come up against a proper team in Bayern Munich who taught them a very harsh lesson.
For them who would usually start a match, as Piliqueta, of course, who we saw struggle, give away the penalty early on, limping off there. And then, of course, Pulisic, who in times was their main man going forward, getting injured as well. And Pedro, who we saw unfortunately being given oxygen on the pitch. It's just Frank Lampard must think, well, okay, you're going to throw everything at me for this match, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, injuries are all part and parcel, but it's unfortunate that, you know, Pulisic was just coming into a little bit of form as well, scoring a couple of goals, and Aspilicueta is the rock which they, you know, the foundation that they build their game on. But having said all of that, they've got adequate replacements in Christensen or Tamori at the back. So there's players there that can come in and do a job. This has been a really, you know, an interesting time for Frank. You know, we look at Pirlo going in having no experience whatsoever. He's had the experience in the Championship. Now he's come back into the Premier League, and I think he's done a very, very good job. And, you know, tonight, if he wins, I mean, it'll be the best result ever, won't it? But I don't think he's under any illusions that he's going to go there and, you know, bring back the great victory.
All right, and we are going to try and draw some inspiration for Chelsea, of course. The last time around, like I mentioned, that they played Bayern Munich in Germany. They won the Champions League. And last season, Mark, as you would so well know, was the season of comebacks as well. And we've seen them before against the likes of PSG, against the likes of Barcelona as well. So can we invoke that spirit in saying, I know it's going to be the mother of all comebacks if Chelsea manage it, but they have something to look forward to in that sense.
Well, absolutely. They've got nothing to lose. You've got good players in the team as well. You know, they're a good side. They finished fourth in the Premier League. So they're not that bad. They've got good goal scorers in there. Abraham's coming back in, who's their leading goal scorer. So yeah, I mean, when you've got nothing to lose and you go out and play a game of such a magnitude like the goal to play, you know, anything is possible. And again, I hope and pray that they do get a result, because I personally want to see an English team progress as far as they can.
The man who has the most headaches, of course, is Frank Lampard. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Frank, I saw you on the pitch there a moment ago. What were you thinking about? What comes back to you when you stand on this pitch here?
No, great memories, obviously. Best night of my footballing life. Probably every Chelsea fan's footballing life. So, no, I was just reminiscing for a second, but this is completely different. Obviously, the challenge in front of us is big. We know that. So those moments are just for me very quickly before the game, and we get to business and see what we can do here tonight in a tough challenge.
You had a very strong finish to the Premier League season, then obviously the disappointment in the FA Cup last week. What have you been saying to the players ahead of tonight?
Well, they have a choice about how they approach the game, and the choice, it can only be one answer for them, is that they have to come here, believe they can turn this game around. Stranger things have happened in football, they always will. The game at the Bridge, we didn't play as well as we can do, but it turned in 3 minutes and we were 2-0 down and the whole face of the game turned, so we have to believe we have that in our capabilities. We've shown big moments through the season where we can play as we want to play, some moments not so, and that's why we are slightly a work in progress, and this game is that. It's a challenge for the players to show what they can do.
In the first leg, Bayern showed some of their unbelievable pace. Arsenal did last week as well. I'm sure it's something you've thought about yourself. How do you combat such pacey opponents?
Run with them, run early. You know, those are the rules. We're very aware of the opponents we play and the strengths that they have. But of course, on the pitch, the players have to make the right decisions. And we saw at Arsenal, I think we made some wrong decisions, and it can cost you a game. And at this level, even more so, Champions League is the ultimate, and we have to be aware of their strengths. There's two sides of it. We have to defend well. We know that. That's clear in every game you play. But we have to be confident in our own beliefs as well and brave about how we take on the game.
I don't think there are any easy questions that Frank is going to face. Now, joining me, another guest tonight on our show is ex-Barcelona man, Joffre Mateo. Welcome, Joffre. We have you here, of course, all the way from Barcelona, from Spain. You're joining us. And we have some very tough questions lined up for you, but that'll come later on in the show. Right now, all I want to ask you is Bayern Munich, and we've asked Mark and, of course, Adriano as well. Bayern Munich, what are your thoughts about this match first up?
Well, good night, everyone. Arpit, pleasure to see you, to meet you again. Hi, everyone. Well, listening to Frank Lampard, the speech is completely correct and perfect. You know, the point is that Chelsea need to believe if they want to have a chance. Of course, for me, it's going to be a very difficult. You can never say impossible because you are talking about football, but you know, Bayern Munich now it's completely favorite in terms of playing at home. 3 goals is like something that if you are a Chelsea player, you need to believe, but it's a tough thing to.
It is going to be tough